I don't know that I'm going to stream it regularly, but it's very interesting. Let's see. Yeah, I would like a hint because I'm not sure if I am missing what is possible. If that makes sense. The same way to win the pieces you get if you can't move something else. Try clicking on the black king, then parallel move. I can't select the black king. I can only choose the black king when it's their turn. You checkmate on the very first board here.
All right, stream. We're here. We're live right now.
The only way I can threaten.
Right now, I'm trying to convince this streamer Lobos
here. We tried this
to let me help him.
He has to take
figure out this game. So, if you're wondering why we're staring at an empty screen,
that first board. I was
that
gonna
is
say, like,
that is why we are currently staring at an empty screen. Yeah.
Well, it would probably help if I was any good at chess.
So we're off to a bit of a slow start.
Current rook, right?
Just because I'm trying to convince this guy to let me help him figure out
this bad boy
how to play this game.
And if we do that, it's not.
Oh, we gotta get Cindy into frame. Nobody told me that Cindy wasn't.
Maybe you can select the black king so you can see his possible moves.
Uncool.
You can't.
There we go.
After you move one.
Cindy's in frame.
Wait, pieces threatened across the timeline.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. But still.
Let me mute his stream on my stream. Guys, how do I convince him? How do I convince him to let me help him? How do I do this? No! Oh my god, I'm just watching. Okay, right now I'm just watching the streamer Lobos Jr. try to figure out how to do this. Oh no. Okay, I know this doesn't make for the most interesting viewing, but we're getting there. No, this is terrible advice. His stream is giving him such terrible advice. Oh my god, it hurts me so much. Oh god. Okay. We're gonna go into the puzzles. Okay. Maybe I can just show him here. Uh no. Okay, so the reason that absolutely Okay. So, let's think. How do I do this? How do I do this? My question is, how do I... Okay, so for everyone in chat, right now, what I'm trying to do is get Lobos Jr., who's a popular streamer who plays... he plays a lot of Dark Souls. He plays some other stuff. He's trying to figure out how to play the game, and I know how to play the game. And I'm trying to get him to let me teach him how to play the game. Right now, he's struggling through puzzles and getting confused, which is, I mean, that's the rite of passage, right? That's how you learn this game. But it would sure be great if I could help him out, if I could teach him the right way. But I think that it's not going to work this way. So maybe we should just play a little bit of 5D chess. Okay, maybe we should do this. All right. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. Okay, chat, just bear with me a little bit because I'm currently in his chat trying to explain how the puzzles work to him. Timeline. It will attack the same square on the top timeline. Okay, okay, okay. Let's pull up the puzzles and maybe just get this. Okay, okay. So, Lobos Jr. is currently working on this puzzle. The solution to this puzzle, of course, is that rooks move in a straight line. So if you put a rook on a square in the bottom timeline, it will attack the same square on the top timeline, like so. This is how this works. So right now what I'm trying to do is explain this puzzle in the chat to Mr. Lobos Jr. So chat's just going to have to bear with me while I attempt to help Lobos Jr. out on his stream in his chat. Working on it. He figured it out. Okay, he figured out the solution to this puzzle. That's great. Okay, Rook Tactics 4. He's now on Rook Tactics 4. What is Rook Tactics 4? This is where it's mate in one with black. And okay, you have two rooks to work with, so you want to do the pass check like this with this top rook and then defend that rook with this rook, right? Okay, perfect. Okay. We're getting there. We are currently in Lobos Jr.'s chat, helping him with the puzzles, attempting to get his attention so that maybe we can help him more directly and help him get through here. Okay, he's looking at Rook Tactics 4. So let's say the way that you checkmate in this game, in this puzzle, is exactly the same as in Rook Tactics 1, but with it's exactly the same as in Rook Tactics 1, but also using the cross timeline attack with also using the cross timeline principles you learned in Rook Tactics 3. Okay. The way that you checkmate in this puzzle is exactly the same as in Rook Tactics 1, but also using the cross timeline principles you learned in Rook Tactics 3. Oh my god, is he going to get this actually? Holy shit. He's getting this actually. Oh my god. I think he gets how this works. Oh my god, Dave has gifted 5 subs to viewers. Dave, you're too nice. Oh my goodness. Oh, my friends are too nice. Dave, why have you gone and done this? Ian, why have you gone and done this? I ain't gonna let John have all the glory. Now I have to VIP Dave. Alright. VIP Dave gone wild. Nice. Okay, Sarp is here too. Hey Sarp. Ian is here. It's been a few minutes. Wait, I missed the sub. Wow, feels bad. Dave actually gifted a sub to my chatbot, but not to Sarp, which is really funny. Oh, shit. Okay, so what's happening right now is that there is a massive streamer. Well, you know, relative to me, he's like Lobos Jr. He's got like 1,000 viewers regularly. He's streaming the game. I need to probably just play some ladder and hope for people to come join my stream from his stream. But what I've been trying to do is attempting to get this big streamer's attention so that I could help sort of tutor him through learning the game, which I was unsuccessful in doing. There isn't really an easy way to do that anyway, you know, and it's part of the journey, right? Like there's content in him trying to figure out how it works. So, and he seems to be figuring it out great on his own. He's not like getting frustrated and leaving, which is fine. So instead, we're just going to play some ladder. We're going to play some 5D ladder. We're going to find some matches, we're going to play some games, and we're going to tell the stream, we're going to tell the Discord exactly what we're doing, which is playing games. Let's see. General. Stream is live. Let's plug the stream in the Discord. HTTPS. Let's not misspell my own stream name. Would be tragic. Twitch.tv/CementTheTurk. Okay, great. Now let's go into the rated Elo bot. Is anybody around? Anybody around? Looking for games to play on stream. Smiley face. Okay. All right. Let's play the game. Same at the truck. That's me. That's what's going on. Okay. Let's get some games started. Let's also get some. Let's get a little bit of music in here, but really nothing too crazy. Whoa, that's super loud. Okay. How are my levels? Chat, how are my levels? Chat, please tell me how my levels are. Is the music soft, loud? Am I soft? Am I loud? Let's see if we found a match on the Discord. That's for Andre. Damn. At looking. No, dash looking. Dash looking. Anyone for a game? Okay. Pretty good music level, IMO. Thanks, Dave. That's a nice VIP badge you got there. I really need to actually make emotes for my subscribers now that I have them. But we'll get there, one step at a time. One step at a time. Okay. Oops. There we go. Switch scenes for a second. Okay. Anyone? I guess we'll play a public game while we're waiting for ladder matches. Waiting for ladder matches. Server history, join match. There are no matches on. There are no public matches up right now. This is frustrating. Pawn Champ and 5D Head someday. Those are top tier suggestions. It's got to be said. Objectively, very good suggestions. I'll have to figure out how to make them. I guess 5D Head's not. I could just do my head, but 5 head. But I don't know what's 5D about that, besides the fact that it's me and I am 5D, I suppose, is the implication. Looking. Anyone? Need a game to play on the stream, please. All right, we are currently begging the 5D Discord for someone to play some games with on ladder. You have to depict 5 dimensions in the 25 by 25 emote. Yeah, it's basically 1 pixel per dimension is what I have to work with when it comes to Twitch emotes. But, you know, we'll figure it out. That'll be fine. It's funny, when Dave gifted all those subs, I didn't even recognize what the alert sound was, because I never hear it. Pretty good. Okay. Let's see. There are a couple of people playing right now, but it seems like they're all in-game, which sucks. There are also no public games to join, which isn't great. I thought emotes are 28 by 28. I mean, I'm exaggerating. But 28 by 28 is not far off of 25 by 25. So, yeah. It's not that bad. If anyone in chat wants to play, by all means, I'll take chat. I mean, they don't have to be rated, but would like some rated games. That would be great. I just took a guess. Yeah, empirically, it looks like that's basically the resolution we're working with. Andre will be free when he finishes up his game. ETA? I don't know how long that's going to take. Wait, was there a match that just came up and then it disappeared? Because that's frustrating. That's super frustrating. Maybe if we just pull up while we're waiting for people on the ladder to play. What if we just pull up a code and see if someone joins? Because I know a lot of people like to lurk. Would like to be playing a game right now instead of just staring at my chat. I mean, don't get me wrong. Love interacting with you guys. But I can be doing both. I feel like I can handle 5D chess and reading my chat. That's what I would like to be doing right now. If anyone wants to play, go ahead and pop this code right into your client. While we're waiting on Andre, I wonder if Lexi will play with us. Guys, I've solicited Lexi for a contingency game so that there is content on the screen for you all to enjoy while we wait for people on the Discord. I don't know how much longer Andre will be, but he says he can play once he finishes up his game. This is, of course, the best part of 5D chess. You guys don't know it yet, but a game is being played right now by us. We're just in the past. We haven't yet caught up to that timeline where we're in a game. Jimothy, greetings. How's it going? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. You doing all right? Let's see. Lexi's unresponsive. I got into cubing. That's cool. Like speed cubing, like Rubik's Cubes. I messed around with that in high school. Middle school? High school? Something like that. It's fun stuff. Do you just do 3x3? What kind of times are you at? Again, if anyone wants to just accept this code while we're waiting for rated games. Wait, Lexi has said he's having too much fun watching another streamer, which is great. Thanks, Lexi. Thank you for the support. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Lexi's a no-go, which is extremely frustrating. All I want to be doing is playing some 5D chess. You aren't cool enough for Lexi, none of us are? Apparently. Apparently. I don't know if you caught our last stream, but we did Cement and Lexi Saturday. he had to miss last weekend, but the weekend before we had a great joint stream. You can check the VOD. It was a good time. Still looking for a rated game on the ladder in the Discord. Everyone's tied up right now. This code, if anyone would like to play, it is displayed before you. This is an open invitation. Sarp feels too sleepy to play, which is fair. You know, if that's, I mean, it's pretty low stakes. Doesn't have to be, this game doesn't have to be ranked. I just rather be playing a game than absolutely not. Too high elo to find a game. Yeah, that's gonna be half an hour. The YouTube VOD is gonna be half an hour of me waiting for people to play, and that'll be the title for sure. Blindfolded with Lexi was awesome. It was. Lexi is a madman. If anyone hasn't seen it, hop over to the YouTube channel, which I have a bot command for. Boom. There's not the most recent video that I uploaded, but the two before that, Lexi played 5-dimensional chess blindfolded against the AI, which is absolutely ridiculous. And we OnlyFans? Yeah, no, not yet. Maybe we'll make that a sub goal. 2 million subs, and I start the OnlyFans. I make it public. But yeah, check those VODs out. They're absolutely ridiculous. Now all we're doing is trying to get no public matches either. Okay. We're just trying to get a game started here. Only forks. Pretty good. Only forks, classic. Some people just finished their game. That's pretty cool. Maybe we can hop in here? Question mark. Let's jump in and see if anyone wants to play. To play a game. Either of you want to play a game? Am currently just sitting, waiting on stream. Okay, now both of them want to play. Our cup runneth over. What can I say? All right, Lamau. How about turn 0? Okay, it seems as though we have a game, which is great. This is turn 0, medium time control. Okay, we have a rated game lined up. This is competitive 5D. Okay, who am I playing? Which one of these two guys am I playing? Okay, we're currently playing Narik. Narik? Anyway, he's good. More importantly, he is a live body who would like to play this game with me. So let's go. He also plays a lot more than I do. I haven't played competitively in forever, but excuse the excuses. Okay, let's get this started. So this is turn 0. Ooh, wait, am I gonna get F7'd? Because that would be frustrating. It would be frustrating to get F7'd immediately. Jimothy asks, whatever happened with that one OP opening? It turned out to be... Whoa. Okay. I think that I'm getting hella trapped. I think that there's some tricksy shenanigans afoot. And I'm not sure exactly what is happening. It concerns me greatly. Okay. How much does it really concern me? I feel like I'm going to get cheesed. That's the only reason I'm taking so long with this move. I would love to not get cheesed our first game on stream. That would be good. But you know what? If you fall for cheese, you fall for cheese. That's just how it goes. We learn, and then we never fall for the same cheese again. So, I don't mind. Okay, we're playing quickly, so can't catch up with chat. 3 moves in, I know. I'm bad at that. Okay, so he defends this pawn, which is, you know, good of him. That's a solid plan. Let's fianchetto this bishop. Let's fianchetto this bishop and work out, you know, give ourselves good discovery opportunities with this knight. Okay, well, certainly something is happening. Okay. Cool. There's some weird stuff going on. I don't even know how to respond to this. Let's think. Okay. All right. I think that this is fine. Okay, so how do I capitalize on this situation? The fact that there are 2 kings on this board means that I shouldn't have a crazy amount of difficulty opening them up. Let's think. I want to attack these. I want to attack these pawns. I want to run my pieces into these pawns with reckless abandon in order to draw out the kings and mate them. I think that is very clearly a promising strategy given this board state. So how do I set myself up best to do that? Bishop out here would be nice. Maybe we do one of these. Preparing bishop out here. Actually, can we just... No, not really. We can't defend this bishop here from the bottom board, can we? Bishop here from the bottom board. Well, this would do it, but it would also open us up to a sack here, which is not so bueno. Let's think. Let's get ready for a discovered attack on the queen there. And also prep this bishop move here. I still don't understand completely what the idea is here with these kings. I'm trying desperately to understand. Okay, let's catch up with chat. Whatever happened with that one OP opening? Basically, it turned out to not be much of a problem. Well, depends on what you mean by much of a problem. So basically, it posed so much of a problem that it wasn't like automatically game winning, and he's already moved, and so I'm being interrupted here. But basically, it wasn't game breaking. He just traveled, made. Okay, so exiled kings is happening. Kings are currently being exiled as we speak. He's wasting so many tempi actually doing this. This is not an active board. How do I... How do I actually capitalize? Man, this is super frustrating. This can't possibly be good, right? I mean, come on. What do I do here? I mean, it is throwing me off, to his credit. Okay, we're not going to do this discovered attack just yet. We're going to do it so that his queen is simultaneously... Oh no, is he going to somehow set up mate so that the only way he doesn't lose... Is he going to set it up so that... Is there a mate here that could possibly... How many turns in the past? If I can get... But like, that's not a great board for him, question mark. So how do I... How do I do this? He's got a king on this board. I can't super easily check the king on that board. This is incredibly frustrating. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Wait, he could just take this bishop. What's wrong with me? Am I okay? Sir? What? I'm so thrown off. I have no idea what's going on. Well, okay, let's not lose on time, right? So, I think that would be a good call. I think that we're just going to play... We're just going to play... We're just going to play. Don't lose on time is right. Okay, I'm very not sure what's happening. Okay, what happened with that one OP opening? It's super frustrating, but not immediately game-winning for one side if the other side does a very specific set of moves. And the fact that every game has to start so specifically for you to not lose immediately, even if it's only a small disadvantage, is just not very healthy for the game. So basically what's happened since that whole debacle is that a bunch of different variants have come out that basically try and fix the issue, try and balance the game a little bit, try and mix it up so that that strategy is either not possible or not favored. This is one of those game modes. And so now people tend to not play just standard. They tend to play these different variants. That's basically where we're at with that OP strategy. Okay. I am so unsure what is happening. Like, super unsure. But I don't want to lose on time. I very much do not want to lose on time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the benefit of doing this is. I have no idea. I'm very confused. Wait, did I actually open this diagonal up? Is this real life? Have I actually done this to myself? No, well, that's more than a little embarrassing. That's got to be said. Okay, so I am in check here, which, you know, looking back, I was so flabbergasted by this exiled king's nonsense that that I was not paying attention to the game in a way that's not great for me. Let's see. If I do this, that's actually pretty good for me, right? Okay. Forgot to turn the animation off. So here we go. Woo! All right. Okay. So this means that the present moves back to there. But what it means is that I can capture this queen with either this queen or with this knight, and he can't deliver a check on this board. So I feel pretty good about that. But as a result, I now have to also play on this board, which is lame. But we can do this. That way, this knight defends this bishop. This queen is actually pinned to this pawn. So if he moves his queen, which he will, then we win a rook. So that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool. I feel pretty good about this, but I don't know how I win. Also, he's got a king on this board, so he has to waste a turn doing something about that eventually. I don't know how I win. How do I win? How do we win? Do we win by Jurassic queening? Well, we certainly don't win by losing on time, so I do need to play a little bit more quickly. But do we win by... Because we have timeline priority. But, like, what are the circumstances? I guess we want to move... If I could move some of my pieces here to boards on which he has two kings and, like, force those boards to... Like, if I make boards... Because he's wasting his time travels duplicating his kings, essentially. If I can waste... Sorry, I just thought there might be some, like, mate potential for him from up here to down here. And that's something that I want to avoid. But I don't have very much choice. So I think I'm just going to grab this. Like that. And then this might actually be really annoying for him on some of these other boards. I don't know. This is really, I mean, coming up with like a counter strategy for this on the fly is actually incredibly difficult. So he's wasting his timelines making new boards that duplicate his kings. So if I use my timelines to duplicate my queens, that should be better? Question mark? Whoa, okay. Not sure what this does, but doesn't it actually maybe lose him the game? In some way. Hold on, what does this actually do? Okay, this next turn. Oh, he's setting up so that he can recapture. But it's not going to be his turn. Oh, he's setting it up so that he captures my knight on the next turn. Now I understand what he's trying to do. He just wants to... I mean, it's blocked, so it doesn't work. But that's what he wants to do. So, does... I mean, I'm sure that capturing here is probably good. I don't think we lose here. Because he can't... This is blocked by this. He can't take this. And this is the thing that protects this. It doesn't work. Oh... He's a smart guy. Ha. Yes, correct. That is a thing that you can do. I didn't even think that he would deliver a check on that board. Why did I not put 2 and 2 together? Well, I checked that whether he could do that on, like, I checked to see if there was an open diagonal to my king, which there isn't, but he can just take my pawn. He can just sack his queen into my pawn. That's how this works. Yeah, so that's no good. So it is actually I who have been bamboozled, which honestly not ideal. Not ideal at all. So now we're gonna have to come up with something clever. Man, that was stupid. Why didn't I just check him up here? That was so dumb. I threw this game. For clarity, I threw this game. If anyone is curious whether or not I threw this game, the answer is yes, I did. But perhaps we can unthrow this game. Let's see. How do I get to... So the problem now is that I can't use this board to get rid of the check on this board. So... oh, but I can up on this board if I make that board a real board. That feels pretty good. But I need to use this board to travel, unfortunately. Okay, so where can we travel to? Let's think. Who do we ask for help? Oh, we don't know which way to go. I mean, this is a nice open board. Really, I just need a board. Probably I want a board where I can duplicate. Which board is ideal? Oh no, it's because it's going to be the top board. Okay. Remembering that I don't want to lose on time is, I think, crucial. So let's just move to here. Why not? Let's duplicate my queens. Okay, and on this board, I just want to be able to do this. And I want to keep this knight alive so that it will take this queen. That is what I want to do. Alternatively, let's see. What can I do? I can put this bishop here. Wait, it has to be... No, it's this timeline that I'm defending. Yes. So I can put my light square bishop. I can put my light square bishop on d5, and that'll hit b5 here, because it's not blocked here. I can have this knight capture that queen. That is an option. I can't believe I threw. All I had to do was check here, and I was golden. I messed up. But it's all good. I mean, it's 5D. It's also the first game of the night, so it is what it is. Not the biggest deal in the world. We can come back from this. But I am frustrated in general by the strategy. It is deeply upsetting to me. Now, is there a way that he can meddle on this board with this board? Probably not, right? I mean, the reason that we created this board this way isn't to try and defend this board. It is to make active this timeline, which, I mean, frustratingly doesn't have a king on it, but I mean, fuck, what are you gonna do? What I need to do is prevent him from delivering check on the crucial turn, which is on this turn. How do I prevent him from delivering check? Not this turn or this turn, but this turn. It's not ideal. I suppose that that's a great reason that I should have... Yeah, there's a really good reason for me to go back like this many turn to this turn instead of to, where did I go back to? Let's see. This came out of this. So I shouldn't have gone back to this board. I should have gone back to this board. Yes. Should have gone back to this board instead of this board, because it gives him one fewer turn. Okay, that's actually super annoying. Now we do maths. Okay, crucially, I don't believe that he can check my king on this board anymore. Don't think it's a thing. Which means that with anything in one turn, so next turn he has to set up like an unavoidable check on my king when is the crucial turn? This is the turn which he has to move. So not his next turn, but the turn after that is the turn where ideally I have to not be in check. If I don't move my knight, that is great for me. Okay, it's really frustrating that... So again, I need to hit this queen here. So I can do that with a knight here, or I can do that with a bishop or queen here. Can I do it with a bishop here? Question mark? No. I also can't do it with a dark square bishop here or here. I can do it with a knight here. So, oh man, this is really bad. I need to not lose on time, but I also need to just not, I mean, at this rate, you know, I need to set up a capture in such a way that he can't prevent it on his next turn. I think there might not be a way to do that. I think we might have lost this game. It's very possible that we lost this game. Let me think. What are the ways in which... Can he... Okay, so with this queen, can he both threaten check and threaten to take this knight next turn? I think this is the move. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. Andre's here. Hello. I can play next if you want. I would love to play next, Andre. Right now I'm dealing with a bit of a situation. Sarp says I have a huge timeline count advantage, and he's right, but I don't know how to leverage it. Okay, I anticipated that he might do that. But he can't set up... That doesn't help, does it? Maybe it do. Maybe it do, and I'm not being very... Okay, he can't check my king on this board with his queen on this board, simply because there are pawns all up in this on this timeline. All these pawns prevent him from doing anything too crazy, which is good for me. Okay. Okay, he didn't do that, which sucks. I wish that he had done that. Wow, when the delay is 30 seconds. Man, we have jumped into just an incredibly difficult position right off the bat. Oh, I was really hoping he wouldn't do this, actually. Wait, this is okay, because he can't deliver check and take this knight on the next turn. All I have to do if he does this... Oh, but he threatens mate next turn. That's not great. It's not great for me. So the way that I can block this... So what he wants to do is be able to deliver check on f7 on my turn. The problem with that is that I can move my knight here, which prevents him from doing so, but then he takes with the queen, and if I take this queen with my knight, he has mate, like normal, usual mate on this board. So I might have to activate this board at some point in the future. This actually does... Okay, I was afraid of whether or not he would be able to do this, so that's slightly frustrating. Slightly frustrating that this was possible. I'm upset that he found this, because I looked for... Oh, it's because I pushed this pawn on this board. You son of a bitch. Okay. Okay, so I need a board where I can take care of this. Which isn't the craziest thing in the world. All it means... No, wait, I can't time travel from any board right now. Because this board is inactive, because I can't... On no board can I make... Because he's going to check me next turn on this board if I use this board to make a new timeline. So, in order to not get wrecked by this... I mean, I can't travel on this board. Can't do it. Can't be done. I need to make a new board, but I can't make a board here because I'm in, you know, super check here. And I can't make a board with this because I'm also in check here. And I can't make a board here because this is the one that I need to prevent myself from being in check on this board. And this board is inactive. Oh, wait, can I make a new timeline using this board and that will give me a new board? Question mark? Did that make sense? Hope it made sense. I think I might actually be able to do that. Okay, but it needs to be in such a way that I can actually defend. It's gonna be a real... I mean, that's gonna be... It's probably got to be with a knight, right? Probably got to be with a knight. And the knight has to be 2 away. This works. Except if she takes. If she takes, that's a problem. And she can. Okay. So we need to be incredibly clever. We have timeline priority as well. Can I move to this board on this board? Wait, I need to be 2 away from this, which means that I need my knight to be here, not where it is right now. Unless... Oh, and I can't move to that. That's the present. Whew, almost messed that one up. Okay. It's all good. Chill. We're about to lose on time, which is not so good. Oh, but I can just make another timeline that has the knight where I need that knight to be, which would be great. So, question is, which boards do I jump to that make such strategies possible? Probably it's going to be, I mean, let's face it, it's probably going to involve the queen, right? It's gotta be to a board where he can't deliver check. Which turn does this... Oh, it also has to be this far into the past, right? Yeah. So this is like the second move that I need to make. Oh, butts. Oh, no. We're gonna lose on time. Wait. No, it needs to be... Okay, here. No, but it doesn't... He can just take. That's a problem. Could be here, but he can just take it. We might have lost, fam. Is there a way that I can get to... No, because it needs to be in the past. Okay, I'm just gonna travel and then try and figure out if I can do anything about it on the fly. Everything is too far away. No, I can't. I don't think I can win the game from here. Can I? Can I win the game from here? No. I'm too far away to make a new... It's not my turn up here. And that really sucks. Really sucks that it's not my turn up here. If it were my turn up here, then I could make easily another timeline which would give me the knight exactly where I need the knight to be here. But I am unable to do that on this board, which is a real problem. Because from this board, I can't reach the other boards because it's too far away to jump via knight. Which I did not consider. So I think it might be game? Question mark? I mean, what can I do here realistically, right? Like none of these, it's not my turn on any of these boards, so... So I don't really think there's anything that I can do. Which sucks. A lot. Like I can't... Oh, I wish that you could... There's no... Okay, so... There's nothing in the middle here, so I need a piece that jumps in order to be able to make a new timeline over there, and I don't have that because nothing jumps more than 2. These knights can't move like that. So I think it's game. Wow, what a ridiculous and frustrating first game of the day. I am slightly miffed. Oh, could I have... No, I couldn't. I was thinking if I... No, there's no way that I could have gotten a pawn here, which would have enabled me to capture his queen here. That would have been cool. But it didn't happen. So... Oh, but maybe my next turn here, I could move... Ah. But of course. Wait, but where can I go? No, I can't. Because there's no... This timeline wasn't created early enough for the thing that I'm thinking I could do to actually happen. Wait, but I can make a timeline here that has... No, I can't. I think I lose. I think I lose. I think I lose, chat. This next move I'm pretty sure is GG, question mark? Wait, what happened now? Wait, he had to move up here. I didn't realize that he had to move up here. Oh, fam. He had to move up here. How has this happened? It is the Christmas. It's a Christmas miracle. Guys. Look. Can't you see? Oh. It brings a tear to my eye. A tear of joy. Rejoice. Chat, we're alive. We're alive. For whatever reason, I thought that he could... Okay, so now we capture this queen with this rook. On this board, we block this with this, which is going to lead to mate in one turn, so it's not like, you know, that big of a deal. We're probably going to lose unless he doesn't see it, which would be pretty dope. But up here, we will... Let's see, what is the best thing for us to do? I want to defend f7 from all the way down here. Bro, there's like no way that that's ever gonna happen. But Whatever. Let's just do this. Let's stay alive. Okay, he now has timeline priority again. Okay, I was afraid of this occurring. Wait, that's great. Oh. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think that I could do that. Okay, so now, in order to prevent myself from losing a he didn't capture with the queen. Isn't that like a massive misplay? Question mark? Okay, so this attacks his queen on this board for the same reason that it did before. This... Maybe I should try and actually win. No. Fuck that. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry guys, I got a little too crazy there. I don't know what I was thinking with all this win nonsense. We're just gonna try to not lose. I think that I actually might win soon, actually. Okay, undo that. Do this here. Do this here. Do this here. Wait, what? Oh, that's still a problem. Okay, it attacks which? It attacks where? Again? There. So if I could block here. Oh, but I can't because I've moved already. Oh, now I see what he's done. I haven't won. That's a bit of a problem. I think that I need another timeline. Okay. Where I can capture that queen, bro, there's no chance. He just, why did I not consider this? Probably because I'm not very good at this game. Frowny face. Okay. We're gonna lose on time. But there's no way for me to defend here. Is there? Maybe I can mate him earlier than he has attempted to mate me. I don't know. All I can think to do is make an extra timeline here. Yeah, okay. White wins. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. This game gave me AIDS. This is not how I hope to warm up for the day. I misplayed a bunch, but I mean, if ever you needed a better example of what 5D is all about, there you go. This is it. This is the game. There was some really weird Exiled Kings shenanigans that happened, and then I blundered mate, and then it went to shit. And then I thought I saved it, but then I didn't, and then I ran out of time. So, GG, well played. I gotta submit my loss to the official Discord. Let me do that real quick. Rep L. All right, GG. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for joining me on that adventure. Lexi is now here. He got some advertisement for the official Discord done, which is great. Welcome. Glad you could join us, Lexi. Okay. That was certainly a game. That was what a game that was. Okay. I want to move on from that game as soon as possible. So Andre, would you like to play next? Is your offer still on the table? We had Andre queued up next. Whew. That was a game. All right. Okay. Yeah, I can play. I feel like week 2 of this game again with all the new players joining and huge streamers. I know. Very exciting to see people, to see another blip on the 5D radar. That's incredibly exciting. And I'm really glad that we might be getting some new people into the game. Andre, I'm just going to create this match. Let me be playing again on the Discord. There we go. Okay. Andre, come join. Here's the code. Turn 0 medium. I hope you're okay with that. Also, this is rated, just so you know. Whew. Man. That game really took it out of me. Oh. Okay. All right. It's all good. We're moving on. What advertisement? There's a really big streamer, Lobos Jr. He does like RPGs and he streams some Dark Souls and stuff. He gets like on the order of 1,000 or 2,000 viewers, and he was streaming 5D this afternoon/evening. Well, like for the last hour, actually. I went live right as he went live. And so a lot of people saw the game, which was super exciting. And so that's the advertisement that Lexi's referring to. He was on Lobos' stream. I went full sellout. It's true. It's true. I did go pretty ham. And it didn't really work. Which is why I'm currently playing my own games on my stream instead of teaching him how 5D works. But I mean, if he's interested, would be cool. It was frustrating because I decided that I was going to go live right as he went live, and I didn't know that he was going to go live. So I was basically like live on my channel for the first half hour, like typing in his chat, you know, trying to like do my stream, but not doing anything because I was just typing in his chat. It didn't go well. But you know, there will be more opportunities. That's just how it is. Andre, are you here? Can you send a code? I closed the stream and switched to slower internet. All right. All right, Andre, here. Andre's no longer in chat, apparently. That's why he didn't accept. Okay. There we go. Pasted the code into the Discord. We should be getting into a game soon. But good stuff. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that people are picking up the game. All right, we're in a game. We're black again. We're gonna tell Andre GLHF. See how this goes. I'm glad that the game is starting to get more attention right when I started playing more. It just worked out nicely. Hopefully there is... Whoa! This is like the anti F7 shenanigans for black, but he's doing them... But he's doing them as white. Okay, hold on. So Andre is an honorable gentleman who would never worry about F7 offensively, but it appears, because I know, I mean, I've been out of it for a while, but I know that knight F6 D5, or knight F6 D4, sorry, knight F3 D4, normally knight F6 D5, but he's white, because normally you defend F7 as black. This is how you defend it, because it blocks both diagonals to F7. But there is a way to punish this, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just trying to remember what the best way is of punishing this. Because if I if I c6 now, and he takes, then he leaves himself open, but it's a turn too early for me to actually do anything about it. So I can go check, and then he can go bishop or queen, and then everything stops. But I do win the pawn back. But I don't think that I can f7 sack off of that position. Or f2 sack or whatever. Andre's the original f7 villain. Use the ICBM Tennyson gambit. I'm working on adapting that to 5D. Triagonal's ripe for the picking. It is, but I don't think that I can pick it. I don't think that I can pick this triagonal. Because I need to keep it sufficiently open. And if I play... I need to take advantage of the fact that next turn he has to move his knight out or pull some of this stuff out. So that's the idea behind c6, is tying him up with this pawn move. Maybe I'm just thinking way too deep into this. But I'm trying to figure out how to take advantage of this. Because the problem is I have too many turns. It's not like the triagonal. It's not like he opened it up in this direction. He's not going to keep it open for that long. And I'm trying to figure out if I can cheese him. I don't think that I can cheese him. Well, okay. We're going to do something wonky. White plays this opening because he has to defend for f7 on move 0-2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he's saying, if you think you can exploit this, you're high as hell. I mean, not necessarily exploited in the sense that, I can sack through this. What I'm saying is that I recognize very well that this is the white version of the defense against the f7 sack. The defense against the f7 sack. It sounds like a Hogwarts class or something. If we had 5D Hogwarts, that would be I would be the defense against the f7 sack teacher. Let's make that clear. But what I'm saying is, I remember that this version of this was inherently not super strong. And I'm just trying to remember how to exploit it positionally, not how to f7 sack through it. Because I don't think that's a thing that you can do. Can't wait until Andre sees the part where you say Andre wouldn't have 7 sacked me. It's true. Well, he was all against. He was on Dan Rel's side in the big debate of the f7 sack, right? He was well, I think that it should be defendable, and I enjoy trying to figure out how to defend against it, and I don't think that it's really bad for black, etc., etc., etc. And so. Maybe the difference between what we're saying is that you think that he also enjoys being on the sacking side of it, not just on the defending side of it. Because after that game, we actually played a tournament match after that where I forget the circumstances, but it was something along the lines of, I said Ron Weasley would be the wizard chess professor. Dude, let me see Ron Weasley play 5D wizard chess. All right, and then we'll talk. If white takes queen out, fork, take pawn for the mate after your knight e4, dunno. There was a lot going on there. And on the off chance that it's actually very cogent and pertinent to the game, I don't want to... Okay, I'm slightly frustrated that this has happened now. He called my bluff. Andre did. Okay, so he has now defended the triagonal successfully, which is probably why I should have pushed something else, but I wanted to threaten the immediate check on the triagonal. If he took, then maybe I could check take, and then there was some shenanigans where, I set up a sack. On f2, but anyway, that didn't happen. So I now need to figure out what I'm doing with this pawn. What am I doing with this pawn? Am I pushing this pawn? If I take here, maybe that's the play. Takes. He's so ahead in development. I don't want to move my pawn twice. But maybe that's the move. Maybe, well, no, that's not great. Okay, if takes, then what? Does he take with queen? If he does, it's not like he can f7 sack me. I'm not incredibly afraid of his... No, if he takes with the knight, then he opens up his own f7, which feels good for me. If knight out here, I don't think it's good. What if queen out here? Queen out here pins this bishop. If take, but it also undefends. Oh man. Queen out here, and then he plays a developing move. I think that this pawn is probably a Greek gift. But I do like setting myself up for the f7 diagonal. If takes, and I enjoy that immensely. No. It's too rash. What if takes and then... If I push this pawn, has it all been for nothing? Am I thinking way too hard about this? Answer is probably yes. I probably shouldn't have wasted 5 minutes on turn 3. If that's what chat is asking itself. You're probably right. You've probably got me there. Okay, I think I've set myself up poorly here. It's like a weird fork here where... No, because this also... He doesn't have knight moves. We're just going to do this. We're just going to do this and hope that I haven't messed up. Like, terribly badly. Knight here is a problem. That's just facts. Okay, let me read. It's 2 moves in. Yeah, it is 2 moves in. If white, yeah, okay. If by saying that it's defendable, it clears him from sacking himself in bad consciousness. It's a super Chad move on his part. Now I understand. All right, Lexi has cracked the Andre code. Clearly, that's what's happening. If you white knight, no pun intended, the f7 sackers, then, you know, as an ally of black in that position, you sort of empower them, thereby enabling you to be on the offensive, to aggress without feeling too bad. Okay. My opinion on the f7 sack was playing Factorio for like 100 hours in 10 days. Yeah, Sarpa, I don't think you're alone. I think that, wow, really? Actually, though? Is this actually what's happened? Wow. Okay, well, he did acknowledge the threat that after takes, I was gonna, you know, there's some trouble brewing on this diagonal. So he's closed it up. Now if takes... It's also blocked in his own bishop. I think that this pawn move is going to come out soon. I think I probably want... See, now this is annoying. If push here... Okay, so knight here attacks this outpost. which would do annoying things to my king side. I think that this is actually the answer. I think that this is the answer. Here's my logic. I want to fianchetto this bishop. Well, okay, so I wanted to block the diagonal so that if he moves his knight to this outpost, threatening to sack on f7, then he wouldn't have this triagonal open with his queen. And fianchettoing this bishop, I think, will do wonders for me in terms of center control right now. And if he takes, then I just take, and I don't feel too bad about it, because I like my pawns here better than his pawns. Of course, I also don't know what I'm doing. So, chase with knight, but he'll take with knight, I bet. Yes. Ooh. Is this a Greek gift? Why would he do this here? Why would he do this here? Okay, so obviously he wanted to prevent me chasing this knight with my queen being an actual problem. This free pawn is so juicy right now. I'm sure it's not a good move. I'm positive. It just feels so irresponsible. But I really want it. I want it so badly. You guys don't understand how badly I want this free pawn. This must not be a free pawn. I want it so badly. I mean, it obviously doesn't protect. Maybe we take here. If takes, then he must take with this knight, right? But then that opens up his f7. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm so conflicted. Okay, fianchettoing this bishop, I think, is a good move. Taking here, I don't know if it's time to take here. That's sketch. That's sketch F. Well, I figure even if he takes with this knight, I think that I'm in pretty good shape. But I want it so badly. It's so juicy. We need more arrows in this game? Dude, you are preaching to the choir, my friend. We need arrows in this game like so bad. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so he does take with the knight. He no longer has that outpost, which feels really good. That feels just so good. And it's not defending f7 anymore, which is pretty rad. I want to fianchetto this bishop. I really want this free pawn just so badly. I can't tell you guys how badly I want this. We're gonna do it. I can't resist. I can't resist the free pawn. I think I'm gonna get wrecked. Well, that wasn't the worst thing in the world. I am free in that I can do this. Unless I'm crazy. Yep, this seems reasonable. Okay. All right, we got away. We got away safely. If this actually was without consequence, that will blow my mind. Andre must have been sweating there hard. I'll tell you something fun after the game. Oh, did I miss something? It's possible that I missed something. But, you know, it's all ogre now. It's too late. Oh, man. That was so... Oh, man. I really feel like I could have pushed. Like, I think that I could have punished better. I feel like he's so much more developed. I don't think it was worth that pawn, probably. But now if I kick this knight, then I get this juicer, and you know, things start falling through the cracks. I don't know. I feel like it wasn't worth the. I don't know. I feel like I could have capitalized better. But we're doing well. We're not doing poorly here. I don't think we're doing poorly here. But what's our game plan? We need a game plan. Developing is a good game plan. Fianchettoing this bishop is like top on the list. It's up there. Getting our knight into the game is up there. I mean, queen safety is a luxury that it, you know, might be nice to enjoy at some stage. But at Sarpangisi, can you move a queen to the pass to have two queens? Well, it's not addressed to myself, but absolutely, yes, you can definitely do that. If you move a queen onto a passed board with a queen on it, then you'll create a timeline that has a board where you've got two queens on it, but of course your initial queen disappears. So you haven't created extra queens. You can, however, then if you have like timeline priority, make a new board, branch a timeline off of the board with multiple queens on it, and the new board that you create will have the same number of queens on it. So you can multiply your queens to have net more queens than the number of boards that are currently active, or the number of timelines. There isn't like a conservation of queens principle. My brain. Yeah, I mean, it's 5D chess. What do you expect? It's par for the course. Andre's taking a lot of time here. I wonder if it's because he's just trying desperately to trap my queen. The answer might be yes. I think that my queen is safe here. No? Yeah, we're gonna do this. Now this fork doesn't exist because I can take. I'm sure that he's got some juicy tactics here that particularly capitalize on the fact that I haven't developed my pieces at all, just because of the free pawn, the free juicer. Queen counts are just algebra lol. Not wrong. Not wrong. Queen count, you know, if you can count, then you can play 5D chess. That's how it works. If he plays bishop b4, he's the chattest Chad. Bishop b4 right here. It's a good move. it's a good move. I'm not gonna lie to you, Alexi. I fully accept that I have probably lost because I took the juicer. I think that it was a losing move to take the pawn. I knew it going in, and I couldn't resist. It's one of those things where you just have to, you know, you have to burn yourself before you really know what the conventional wisdom means. You know, you have to know. You have to experience on your own. That's what I'm doing. I'm not the best at counting. You don't have to be the best at counting. You just have to be able to count. Man, if he finds bishop b4, I'm gonna be sad. I'm not. I did this to myself. Look, there's a note. This was the dumbest move. Takes. Wait, can I go to this board? Why didn't I try to go to this board instead of taking the juicer? What's wrong with me? It's probably too late to go to this board now. I could Jurassic Queen to that board. Why didn't I Jurassic Queen to that board? Oh, he found the move. Okay, question is... No, I can't. I can't dress a queen to here. I can dress a queen to here, but he just takes my queen. It's pointless. But I mean, this is very clearly bad news bears. He found bishop b4. Well done, Andre. I would not. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from our friend Andre. It's not lost on me that this triagonal is still open except for this knight. Is there a tricksy business that I can do here? Probably not, right? This is 2 turns in the past. I don't think there's anything super clever that I can do. I think that I'm reaching if I try. Does get my queen out of danger. So if I go here, obviously he can't take with the bishop because that's mate. Actually, it might not be mate. It might not be mate yet. So if I go here, he probably takes with the rook. In which case, I've traded a... Is it mate? So if I take... And then he takes here. It's my turn. So I go here, and then he goes here, and it's not mate yet. So never mind. Yeah, I don't think that works. How are we going to get out of this one? Again, I've done this to myself. This is my own... My undoing is completely self-caused. If I take here and he takes with bishop, man, that's got to be trouble, right? Neither of those squares is defended by anything on that board. This isn't a good move. But am I that lost here? It looks pretty bad. Looks pretty bad. I mean, I'm not totally trapped. My queen is alive here. I should have been so much more clever with this board. Why didn't I take advantage of the fact that his knight was here? I could have set myself up for a time travel here. Probably with something like knight here, queen here, and then takes f7 and then wins automatically, right? Well, that didn't happen. Okay, I don't want to lose on time. We're just going to see where this goes. We're going to see where this goes. No point calculating that right now. You got a game live. That's a good point, Lexi. That's a good point. I sometimes forget that I should probably be thinking about that stuff on his turn, not on my turn. But it is good advice. Thanks, Coach. Coach Lexi in the back. Okay, so I thought he might take this one. Well, that's nice. He can't take back on that board, right? So we're only down a point unless we lose. In which case, we're very sad. It's not our turn on that board, so I mean, we're just gonna recapture here. Okay, cool. Well, we traded a queen for a knight and a rook. Probably not. I mean, I wouldn't have done it if I had a choice. But it does put pressure on it does put a lot of pressure on him here. There's non-trivial amounts of pressure here on this board. And the fact that he's got such an open queen side on this board actually means that I can, like, I'm fairly maneuverable on this board. So in terms of, you know, the amount of, like, moving up and down between the boards, I mean, I don't want to lose too many tempi, but this queen's definitely going to be a thorn in his side on this side of the board. Just is. That's just what it's about. Unless he can trap my queen somehow between the two boards. But I don't see how he attacks this square. Like, if rook here, then I just take that rook, you know? Leave timelines in ruin and win one. Like Rick and Morty, that's a weird strat for sure. I like that. Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely the Rick and Morty strat. I've done that more times than I can count. Like, you have a plan in one timeline, it totally doesn't work at all. You just bail, you know, and you figure it out somewhere else. Yeah, that's definitely it's definitely what's happened here. What am I looking at? It's frustrating that developing a piece smartly here doesn't actually defend anything up here. Like if I move the knight, I don't think kicking the bishop's the right play. I think moving the knight is actually the right play. Yeah. If takes. I don't want to. I'm so low on time. I actually can't afford to think very much. I'm so terrible at time management. I really need to work on that. You know, it comes with time. We've been out of the game for a while, so we have the excuse. If Andre plays knight d6 over knight c7 on 0L, he's a god. If Andre plays knight d6 over knight c7 on 0L, he's a god. You are suggesting that Andre should play here. Ooh. That's frustrating. Frustrating chiefly because it opens up the diagonal. Of course. Well, there's nothing that I can do but take this here. And there's nothing that I can do but move over here. Am I mated? Hope I'm not mated. I'm in check on both boards, so I can't take this with this bishop or anything like that. This is my only legal move. Well, besides traveling, I guess, but I don't feel like exiling any kings tonight. If he takes and does something that I don't have to respond to here, I can of course take back with the rook. Now that there isn't a knight here... Wait, no. Where is that knight? Oh, no, that's what I was afraid he would do. Wait, I'm a little confused. Oh... It clicked. I now see what Andre is doing. It took me a second, guys. But we got there. Yes, of course. If takes here, then he recaptures. Oh, jeez. If takes here, then he recaptures and my pawn is pinned. So I mated, but that's like all I can do, right? Because I gotta take care of this, and I can't do it from this board. That's for goddamn sure. And this board is checking my king on this board anyway, so like I super have to capture this. So I will, but he's now set himself up so that he can mate, or so that he can check me on this board, which is a problem. And there's no way that I can simultaneously prevent myself from getting checked on this board. Angry Airman, thank you for following. And defend e6 on the top board. But I mean, this is like only move, so we got to do this. Yes. He can't check me, but I have nothing to take with. Like, I could do this. Here, but he's just going to check me. I think we lose. Right? If he checks here. We're also in check. We're not in check here. But we can't simultaneously exile this king and defend this square. We could if we could deliver a check of some sort, but we definitely can't. Neither of these moves will enable us to defend here. Oh wait, he can go from up here. Oh shit. Maybe the move is to move. If the knight goes here, okay, hold on, no. No, hold on. We have other moves. Okay, guys, I think we're alive for now. Andre will never mess this up. I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, I know that we're super low on time. He's long gone. Don't worry about it, guys. Yeah, I know. Animated Virtue, thanks for following. I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure that my opponent has made in one. Takes here means that I can't go. But up here, taking here doesn't. The queen, no, it doesn't. I mean, I don't see how I get out of this alive. Bomb Cloud? Yeah, cool, Kieran. Just your casual turn 12 second timeline Bomb Cloud. Guy, you know, we're in bad shape, but it was all planned. I've done this to myself. It's all because instead of actually paying attention to the plays that I enabled with my play at the beginning, I tunnel visioned on a free pawn. And I knew it was a bad idea, and I did it anyway. Oh. Okay, so he did play here. And he... Oh, okay. Strange. So here, I can either run my king away to this board, or I can take this king, and there's like no way in hell that I'm going to be able to defend this. Oh, I can't run my king away to this board because the bishop is still here. So actually, I need to take this like this. I mean, I don't see how I defend, but I'd like to not lose like on time. So I need to do this. I need to do this. I just saw this game on Steam and the pictures confused me. Now that I see how it's played, I literally... Now that I see how it is played, I literally do not know how this is played. Very good. Yeah, Lexi's got the right idea. Definitely join the 5D Discord. There are great resources that help you learn the game. There are groups where you can find actual games with people of many different skill levels. There are community guides there. You can always ask questions. And that's just where, you can find currently all of my viewers and my opponents. I met through the Discord. So, we've got a brilliant little community. I definitely highly encourage you to check it out. Lots of great people on that Discord. Lots of psychos as well. In like the intellectually far gone sense, not in like the, nothing too insidious, but okay. Now I have the tall task of figuring out how to defend against this. Okay, so there's an obvious problem in that Queen d5 is coming, and it is coming soon. And I'd like to be able to prevent that. I think that the queen here, I think that he really did me a favor by... Andre did me a huge favor by castling here on this board. I think. Oh, shit. Okay. Now I have to figure out... So he can check me here on this... Okay, never mind. I really have to like anticipate what he's doing. Oh no. This is... Oh no, this is too much for me. I can't figure this out now. Okay, here we'll defend... This keeps us alive momentarily, I believe. So we're gonna do it. This keeps us alive for just a minute, and I need to not lose on time. So I only have 10 seconds per move, so we're gonna go into super focus mode. I'm so fucked. I'm just so royally fucked. There's no way that I defend. There's no way that I defend here. But it's good. His bishops aren't super mobile. And if he's not careful... Was there a triagonal open on this board? No, like never. Okay. But no, there's... Okay, probably not going to mate there. But I mean, there is this triagonal open up here. I mean, not that, it's not lost on me that he's got a rook right there. But, what I'm saying is like there's a very faint non-zero opportunity for counterplay. I've got all of my squares covered. This, oh no. He's going to go to this square on this board, which is not good. How do I defend against this square? Wait, no, I can just take that square. So what is this move actually doing? Let's think what this move is actually doing. Well, okay. I probably need to set up my own... Oh, is he just threatening to take this? Is that what's happening if I move this? I did not lose on time. Okay, I did not lose on time. I have 2 seconds left. We are playing on increment. Like hard playing on increment. So... Oh no, how did I miss that square is not covered? That was pretty bad. Okay, GG. I missed the square. I missed that this diagonal was open. Not that, he wasn't going to get us anyway. Oh, it's because I moved this knight. Oh, of course, I'm such a dingus. Guys, I took this with the knight. Of course I did. I wasn't worried about g4 because it was covered by my knight on f6. But if you move a piece, it no longer is where it used to be. Even with 5D. So that's going to be it. GG. Lots of pretty arrows for us. I mean, this queen I could just take here, so this was, this was nothing. But don't dwell too hard on blunders in losing positions. It's true. I've set myself up where I can neither blame myself nor actually gain any useful knowledge from this game, because I knew that I knew that this queen taking this pawn here was going to be a terrible idea, but I couldn't help myself. It was a reflex. Okay, so Lexi, teach us. Oh, I should report my loss in the 5D Discord. Let's see. Okay. Rep L at Andre. At Andre. Okay. And then let me catch up on stream before I jump into a rematch. Lexi says, so the fun thing I was talking about is that I think BD2 was a blunder. You think that Bishop D2 was a blunder. Okay, so Bishop D2 here he thinks was a blunder. But not because it gives up B2. Getting Rook B1 with tempo is well worth that pawn and good for white. Yes, I know that taking the pawn was a bad idea. But because it cuts off the protection of the knight, so I could have sacked your queen to open the e-file. Okay, because it cuts off the protection of the knight. So you could have sacked your queen to open the e-file. Okay, so Bishop D2 was a bad move because it cuts off protection of the knight. So you could have sacked your queen to open the e-file. It cuts off protection of the knight. Lexi, what are you talking about? Okay, so he's saying after d4, sorry, after bishop d2, he's saying c takes d4, knight takes d4. Oh. So if I sack... Okay, so he's saying after bishop d2, if c takes d4, knight takes d4, then I could have sacked queen takes d4, which would have forced e takes d4 and opened up the file. And this... First of all, I don't really... What do you mean by cuts off the protection of the knight? Yeah, I was afraid of queen sack. I know, Andre. I tried to look for it, but not long enough. And I told my stream, literally, it is a terrible idea to take this pawn, but I absolutely could not resist. I feel like that was very well executed on your part. I mean, GG, you just wrecked me. You punished this mistake very well. And I have only myself to blame. But you know what? It was worth for the thrill of the chase for the pawn. The bishop cuts off the queen's protection of d4. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Yes, thank you. Okay, yes. Lexi of course is completely correct. So what he's saying here is that when Andre played bishop d2, this queen no longer guards d4. So after takes, queen takes is no longer an option, so this pawn has to take. And that opens up the e-file, which if you ever played 5D chess, open file in front of your king, I mean, it's an absolute nightmare. You can just push this like 4 turns later and then put a bishop up there, and that, you know, there's crazy stuff that you can do. But I wanted to try for it. Yeah. Whew. GG. Well done. Well played. Okay. I'm down to just jump into another game. Let's just go ahead. Oh, we put Andre over 1700. Oh, congrats. Mazel tov. I'm down for a rematch, Andre, if you want to play another game. Would you be down? Actually, you answer, and I will be right back. Gotta use the bathroom. So, BRB. And we're back. Welcome, stream. Andre says, I can play one more. We'll quickly make a tea first. All right, shit. Also, chat, can I get your opinion on something? So, a lot of streamers have like the Twitch chat text in a box that plays on the screen, so that for YouTube VODs, there's like the history of the Twitch chat that they can see. I mean, if you're rewatching the VOD on Twitch, you see that anyway. And if you're watching live, obviously you see the chat. But it does put, I don't know, it puts a little bit more clutter on the screen. I don't know exactly where I would put it or what it would look like, but do you think that I should do that? Should I put a chat box of Twitch chat on the screen? After a while, I think even Twitch VODs will delete chat. Well, that's good to know. Thanks for the info, Jimothy. KEKW works with these chat boxes, which I love. Do I need in Streamlabs? In Streamlabs, if I pull up a default chat box, I think it probably doesn't have better TTV like inherently installed. Probably, right? Let's see what it would look like while we're waiting for Andre to make some tea. I should probably make some tea too. I'm losing my voice, but if we put a chat box up, add source, Twitch chat. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Dave says another emote idea. Check W. These are good. I mean, Dave, you know your shit. I gotta actually make these happen. Damn. Oh no, there are too many options. Clean sounds good. Should the background color be, well, let's just put something up there. Chatter, source. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so if I just put this somewhere, Twitch chat, let's make it visible. Okay, let's put it in the top right corner and make it smaller than it is right now. Oh, let's also make it a little bit. All right, someone in chat type something and it should come up. Wait, no, I don't want to. I want to crop this from the top, probably. Thanks. You guys coming in clutch. Okay, so better TTV seems to not be inherently... Oh, you also can't really see it super well. Wait, I think I can fix that. I think I can go into the properties. Also might take a while, so I should cover a page reset. Well, I think that the plugin, the widget or whatever, just kind of works. I can see it in the corner. Can you guys see it in the capture? In the top right corner? It's slightly obscured. Maybe it would be better to put in the bottom left, actually. That way there's less junk. Like if we open up a new game, no, because then there's the... Yes, maybe. I'll have to figure out a way to make this look nicer. Boxed? What does boxed mean? Oh, boxed. Okay. Wait. Try it now. Each message should have a background. Okay, nice. All right, that looks nice. That's not too bad. I mean, there's got to be this setup is actually pretty... This setup is pretty AIDS, but if we have like a game going, I mean, this is the famous 5D opening that we've all, you know, everybody's played this opening. But if we have like game on screen, how does it look? Didn't even draw the arrow, SMH. Wait, which arrow? What? The tools are too smart. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Put the chat box in the middle of the screen right over the board. Like this. What do you guys think? chat box. Perfect. It is translucent. Okay, Andre's back. We'll put the chat box up here for now. Well, it's pretty. Oh, actually, is it better here, like this, or like this maybe? If we're like balls deep into a turn, it only goes. Right now, I have it cropped so that it only goes like 4 chat messages. I can make it go more, but I figure it just won't fit. I've heard the top 5D chess streamers put their camera bottom left and their chat on the right. Okay, very funny. All right, guys. Maybe bottom right is good. And the background for the box is... Oh no, I can't adjust the background transparency. Okay, we're gonna put the chat. We're gonna put the chat up here. Maybe, right? Maybe. All right. I'm not gonna waste too much more time doing this. Let's play games. Okay, chat box is gonna be in the top right. I'll figure out a better setup later. Yeah, my top mod here, Lexi, of course, being as supportive as ever. Okay, Andre's here. Yo, let's play another game. How about the same deal, but reverse colors? So I was black, so I'll be white this time. On turn 0. Of course, this means that I'm in the vulnerable position. So go ahead, Andre. Oh wait, no. Let me paste this into the Discord because Andre doesn't have the stream up. His poor Russian internet connection can't handle it. Subscribe to Sumet's YouTube channel. Thanks, Lexi. All right, he's back. He's back, boys. Lexi doing his job as a mod. OMG, your codes, dude. I don't know. I don't know why I have like monocolor codes. Yes, my chatbot is called Turkbot. Dude, that's not an accident, dude. Why is your bot a sub? So Lexi wasn't here when my buddy Dave came into chat and he gifted 5 subs like right at the beginning of stream because he's a generous and beautiful gentleman. And it gifted a sub to my chatbot. And Sarp was sitting here in chat at the same time. There were like almost no viewers because I just started streaming. And my chatbot got a gift sub, but Sarp didn't, and we had a good time. We laughed about it. But yeah, we're gonna experiment with the chatbot in the top right. Hopefully it's not too offensive. Okay, we're playing a game. Do we learn how this was meant to go wrong? Let's play Andre's opening back at him. Knight of 3d5 and see what the appropriate countermeasures are. Aha. Okay. Well, I feel safe right now. It's called getting riggedy wrecked. There he is. Dave is now, of course, gifter leader of the stream and a VIP because he's such a generous man. Lexi once got a gift sub from a channel he wasn't even watching because someone gifted so many they went to past viewers. Wait, that's amazing. I mean, that happened, I think, the first time. All right, let me play some chess. Let's play some chess, and then maybe we'll figure out what's going on. Okay, so he blocked his king diagonal. That makes this like a very pretty square for my knight. I want to fianchetto some bishops. I also want to defend my king side. We're going to fianchetto our queenside bishop because I've been super into doing that. Kiru says, rating with a party of 9. How generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello. Yes, hello, radars. We're playing some 5D chess right now. 5D chess with multiverse time travel. I believe that I think that that's what you were playing before, right? Kirase says, I heard you're an actual quantum physicist, so you're probably much better at this than me, Monka S. I am an actual quantum physicist. It's true. I'm getting my PhD right now. But if I am actually slightly better than you are at this game, it's because I've been playing this game longer, not because my degree has anything to do with, you know, it doesn't help much. Not a lot. So I gotta figure out how to defend this knight. And I think that with the queen is probably good, but then he can push and it gives me some headaches because the knight is pinned. We're just gonna do this before we kick the bishop. But yeah, maybe that's the boring answer. Maybe I should say, yes, the first thing you need to do if you want to play 5D chess right is get a degree in quantum physics. I was the only other live channel. Yeah, gotcha. I've had this game on my wish list for a while, and only today decided to get it. Well, welcome to the game. It's really good. It's very frustrating to learn at first. You're not alone. Everyone who plays this at first gets incredibly frustrated. So don't give up. Do not despair. Definitely it's possible for everyone to get good at this game because no one really understands how to play this game, even if they've been playing for a while. Super confused, but I love using my noggin. I mean, that's the spirit. You've already mastered 5D chess. Those are basically the only principles. Really. You just have to be, as long as you don't get too frustrated bashing your head against a brick wall until it finally clicks, then you're destined for greatness at this game. And if you need any help in the future, then, I mean, first of all, let's shout out the 5D Discord, which is an amazing source for tools to learn the game, people to play the game with, but also if you ever need, like, you know, if you want someone, not that I know that much more about this game, but if you need a teacher, then I am more than happy to do that for you. Okay. Now that I've moved my bishop up, what is preventing me from trading here? This feels not terrible for me, right? Takes, knight on this outpost. Then what? Pushes, takes? Like it kicks his bishop. Maybe he's probably thought about this, but I'm having too much fun reading chat to really think about it. I'm only playing against the AI right now, and the regular difficulty completely destroyed me. Keck W. Well, I mean, there's the learning curve exists even against the AI, because the AI likes to it doesn't actually know how to play the game very well, so it goes for dirty tricks. So you can succumb to it if you're not too careful. But Dave says it's like quantum mechanics. Even the top physicists in the world don't actually know what the fuck is going on. I accept. Let's go with it. The official 5D chess Discord is what my mod Lexi has posted into chat. Definitely go check it out. Tons of friendly. Oh, yes. But of course. This was his plan. I don't know why I thought it didn't work before. But it totally does. Now the question is how do we unfuck up here? And the answer might be no, because we probably can't go back to the board where, I mean, we've lost this knight plain and simple. The question is, but actually, okay, this pawn blocks. Well, that's slightly frustrating. Okay. Hold on. Everybody calm down for just a second. there's probably no world in which not taking this is the right move, right? We're just down the piece. I wasn't paying attention. You know what? That's fine. I'd rather have more time to think through the end game. Sumet's so dead he just doesn't know it yet. Is this true? You're probably right. Oh shit. Thank you, Lexi. Okay. Kirase, thank you for following. Appreciate it. I was enjoying chat too much to actually be playing the game. Okay, yes. Taking with the knight, of course, and then you take, and then there's no reason, because then the diagonal is open. That was a terrible play. Okay, very good. Most people in the chat are better at 5D chess than GM Hikaru. You're not wrong. Watching Hikaru try to learn this game was frustrating, to say the least. It was super frustrating just because not because it took him so long, but because he didn't have anyone actually teaching him the game, and so he was just like trying to figure it out and getting frustrated and failing. And you know, it was just sad. It was sad because if the game had a better tutorial, or if he had someone teaching him, then it would have gone much differently. Yeah, generally understand how it works, but being an absolute chess noob, I struggle with the basic rules. That's gonna be step one for sure. 2D chess is something of a prerequisite to 5D chess, not like intensely, not for like strategic reasons, because it turns out that actually a lot of the people who are really good at this game are terrible at 2D chess, but you do need to have a grasp on the basics. But it doesn't take so much time to get a handle on that. Lexi says, remember to make the !Discord a command. I should probably do that. I'll do that soon. I could probably do it live, but I'd rather be reading chat. I mean, the puzzles are kind of like a tutorial. That is the argument that is made, but I actually think that I think that the puzzles are a poor tutorial. I think that the puzzles are a great tutorial if you are the type of person who is willing to, you know, like either look up a guide or read the rules and be exceedingly confused for long enough that you finally understand. I think that it doesn't provide like a welcoming on-ramp to the game. I think that it's like an obstacle that's like, this is difficult and not immediately obvious, and we haven't ramped them up in a way that's very like intuitive or helpful. So if you can deal with this, then grats, you can play 5D chess. But if not, you're just gonna get upset and leave. And I've seen a bunch of content creators do that, and that's why I'm so frustrated. Figured being an ace at 5D means you'll be frustrated with 2D. Yeah, there's some truth to that. The Discord does have some great tutorials. There's a channel that's like Learn and Teach, I think, is a chat channel in the Discord. And there are some really good tutorials in there. Oh yeah, GG Andre, we were playing a game. I'll give you your elo now. Andre. I don't think I made it a very good game. I was paying much less attention than I should have. But I don't want to make excuses that detract from your victory, because you earned the win. It was Trixie. You know, taking here and then opening up, and then I'm down a piece or I lose the game. That was good. That was good. Didn't even divert time. Yeah, so that's what's cool about 5D chess is a lot of people when they first play look at a game like this and say, oh wow, this is basically just 2D chess. Amarnath246, thanks for following. So it looks like there hasn't been any 5D play because it's just a single timeline. But of course, the way that this queen has produced checkmate is using the time dimension. So GG. Oh, same T. Oh is this Diggle? Oh my goodness. Yo, what's up, dude? How's it going? It's been so long. I didn't even put that together. What have you been up to? I'm always surprised when that sort of checkmate happens. This sort of checkmate is much more common in this game than like normal 2D checkmate or whatever. This is like the first thing that I've tutorialized here in this game, not being a total noob. by doing so myself. Uber Puma, aw, you guys are all coming. How's it going, Freddy? What are you guys up to? All my buddies are joining in here. I didn't tell you guys I was streaming. How'd you even find me? What's up? Okay. Oh, Walter. Oh, it all makes sense. Thanks, Walter. Thanks for letting the gang know. Okay, let's get into another game. Where I'm actually playing 5D chess. When I say surprised, I mean I didn't have that on my radar at all. Yeah, you develop radar for that much more quickly than I'm illustrating here by failing to do so as I read chat and just like losing in the noobiest way possible. I can't even handle 3D chess. Freddy, I think that when you're sufficiently like transcendent as a being, as an intellect, you can just skip right from 2 to whatever you want. I think that you could handle 5 without 3. 3D chess sucks anyway. 5D's where it's at. Okay, let's actually play a game. Let's ask Andre if he wants to play a rematch. Okay. True, when I reach my planar form, I think I could do at least 6 Ds. Dude, at least. Easy. 6 Ds easy. My brain capacity does not suffice to think that far. Yeah, no, it really is one of those. It's just like regular chess. I mean, if you don't have regular chess experience, then obviously that's like something that you have to develop anyway. But you do get a lot of intuition where, you know, it's not about like calculating that many lines and it's like deeper like levels that you have to calculate, but it's just pattern recognition, just like regular chess is. So like as soon as you open up a diagonal, like if you've been playing long enough, which doesn't take very long to develop this intuition because you lose to it a lot super early on, then you just know that like this situation is disastrous. Like you are going to have to worry about this diagonal because there exists this board on which this diagonal was open. And so it starts being more of like this shape, this like open diagonal is a problem that I'm going to have to worry about. So how do I go about dealing with it? You know, and then you go from there. It's not like in every situation you have to like, you know, go back all of the possible turns and think of all of the possible checkmates. It's much more like practically tractable than it seems before you actually know what's happening, you know? So it's not like you have to really like train yourself to be able to do calculations. It's just like you notice patterns that you get used to seeing. And then, you know, you make efforts to avoid them to the best of your ability. So it's very doable. My point is that it's doable. You don't have to be like a genius or pour like 5,000 hours into it. It's like once you get it down, the fundamentals, then you're totally good. Where's your CRT TV for Smash? I don't have any CRTs with me. They're all in Morgantown. Plus, we have lagless Melee on computers nowadays anyway, so I play my Melee there. At what elo do you get a GF? Obviously, 42069. Next question. Thanks for opening that empty board. Now I really get it. I think that I made my point. Yeah, I noticed that I started avoiding certain events. Are we down for another game? Andre has to switch internets again. I don't know how. I'm just gonna. I mean, I trust you, Andre. I believe that the Russian internet works the way that you insist that it does. Okay. So another game? Yes. Are we down for? Okay, Andre's down to rematch. Do you mind playing? Do you mind switching it up? Maybe like reverse royalty. Are you down? Oh, it's dorm internet. Oh, okay. Well. Yeah, say no more. I mean, I didn't have to deal with too much of that because I stayed home for uni, but yeah. I feel you. Notoriously terrible dorm internet. Are you down for reverse royalty? Or maybe defended pawn? I could probably do half reflected too. Not princess. I'm not super big fan of princess, but your choice, Andre. Let's get into another game. Let's do reverse royalty. Hell yeah. Okay. Not against the CPU. Random color, medium, reverse royalty. All right, here we go. Enums matter. Thanks for following. How's it going, dude? You guys got the whole Discord coming over. Nah, wholesome. Thanks for the support, fam. I appreciate it. I know my roots. I won't forget you guys. Seth is in here, coming out of the floorboards. Yeah, these guys coming out of the woodwork. I haven't talked to you guys in so long. Can you buy me Twitch Turbo? Oh yeah. Shit, Seth's got Twitch Turbo? Oh my god. Others I haven't tried. Okay, we got white. Sick. Let's go. GLHF. Let's go, Andre. Okay, so this is reverse royalty. Anyone who hasn't played this before, the object, you'll notice that these two pieces look a little bit different than usual. So you want to checkmate the queen, not the king. The king is just a regular piece. Like any other piece, it can be captured. You know, it moves the same way that it used to. Same with the queen. The king and the queen both move like they do normally. But the king has no significance in this game mode. It's the queen that you need to like trap and be able to capture so that you can end the game. Oh, thanks, Lexi. Lexi plugging the YouTube. Man, is this what mods are supposed to do? Is this what I should be doing on Lexi's channel? I did spend a lot of time on my thumbnails, it's true. The only reason I don't post on YouTube more often is that I like to make my thumbnails entertaining. Meme-tastic. Subscribe to the YouTube, please. We just got to 20 subs on YouTube. I know, insane. Jimothy, so it's kind of like the royal pieces are reversed. Exactly. That's why that's okay. Very well. Yes. All right. You probably got that from the outset, but yeah, that's what's up. It does make for really interesting gameplay. Aw, dude, thanks for the sub. Aw, you guys are gonna make me blush. I gotta play this game. I gotta focus. You guys are too nice. Subscribing and whatnot. Come on, dude. Damn. Seth subscribed with Prime. Thanks. I mean, it's not the same. He didn't have to pay the $5, but you guys are too nice. God damn it. I don't know what to say. No pay equals no glory. Gotta support my friends. Cheers, guys. Thanks. Even his bot paid the $5 to sub. It's true. My chat bot. God, Seth, come on, dude. I didn't mean it. You didn't actually have to spend any money on my channel. You guys are... God damn it. You guys are too nice. Andre, you guys gave a sub to my opponent, apparently. So, Andre, I hope you enjoy that. Apparently, he's still in the chat. The love here is strong, Monka S. I don't know why that's a Monka S moment, but it clearly is. I'm embarrassed. All of my friends, I shouldn't actually have all these subs. I just have friends that are too generous come in here and gift 1 million subs to everybody. God damn it. Okay, let me make sure that I'm not losing before I continue gushing about my friends. What's the goal here? He wants to fiancito. He wants to frappuccino the bishop. I think that's fine. Actually, hold on. Let me not lose. I thought that it was fine last time. Guys, it'd be nice if I mean, clearly I don't need to win if I've just got friends that are gonna pump my sub numbers, you know, regardless of my performance in the game. But I would like to put out some content that doesn't just involve me thanking my buddies for gifting subs. Is giving up the pawn to open up the file a good play here? Probably, right? What is the alternative? What is the move here? If takes with the knight, I think that I don't really care, right? Well, okay, so as soon as he fianchettos his bishop, this pawn push doesn't work anymore, so I need to figure something else out. No, that doesn't feel great. Takes with the knight, kick the knight. Probably not great either. Push takes with the knight, kick the knight, go back. We have accomplished nothing. No, that's not. Okay. Do I want to continue to play for this pawn push? Could pull the king out. Okay. This is an interesting situation. Knight fianchettos the bishop. D4. What if I really want to push for this break? Takes, takes. He's still got the fianchetto bishop that I have to worry about. And this fianchetto bishop isn't really doing much for me. Do I fianchetto my own bishop? Maybe I do. Yeah, we're just going to fianchetto our own bishop. I really don't know what the right play is here, but... Okay. What's going on? One of the subs Seth bought was from me. Wait, what? How does that even work? Oh, because overwhelming love scares me. What face? Yeah, no, I feel you. Nice, make sure to check out your new emotes, guys. Can my own mod not flame me for not having custom emotes because I didn't have subscribers before today? That'd be real nice. Appreciate it. Seth, if you lose, he's gonna charge back his card on all those subs. He'll just let the sub rolling forever, just like his WoW sub. Oh shit, that's nice too. Is that even how it works? Well, no, it was with. I don't think that it refreshes automatically. Otherwise, I'd be paying for subs on channels that I never watch. I have to stream daily now. It's the law. Okay, let's abate expectations for a little bit. I am still in graduate school, so. You know, I'm trying to stream more often. I mean, this definitely makes me feel obligated to stream slightly more frequently, but you know, oh shoot, you just got affiliated. I'm definitely not affiliated. Or no, sorry, affiliate is the. Yes, I've been affiliated, which is the reason that I have like subscribers as an option. Right? Affiliates like 50 followers and all that business. It's like the first one. Yeah. It is the mod's constitutional duty to flame the streamer they mod for it. Yeah. That's evident. I think Lexi is really doing his civic duty a lot of justice here. Okay, I need to not lose on this diagonal. I should look at this game again. Frick, I was really hoping that I could go for this break next. Okay, I think that in situations like this, the play is to get the pawn out and push for... Alright, we're going to try and get the common king out to e3, and then maybe play for knight e2 f4. Now I'm slightly confused. Okay, this pawn is no longer This pawn is no longer defended by that bishop. Can I capitalize? And if so, how? What does this actually do for him? This bishop doesn't look amazing. I'm not going to lie. This bishop doesn't look amazing. Let's just play here. If I... No, we're gonna stay on. We're gonna stay on track. I'm not gonna... No, the plan is simple, and we're gonna stay on it. Oh, I'm a mod here? Yes, very funny, Alexi. Thanks. Appreciate it. Man, I mean, I can't help but notice that. Okay, I think that we keep doing. I think that the break is coming on c4. I feel good about this. I think that the break is coming on c4. Do I want to move my pawn before I do that? Or my rook, rather? What's he doing in this position? I think that my forward common king is doing me a lot of justice here. It's doing a lot of work. We're not behind on time, which is a good sign. I think that rook f1 is going to... Is rook f1 going to be worth it? I really don't know. I wish you could castle the queen. Yes, thank you, Lexi. Lexi knows my bot commands very well. I don't know why I was so flattering to him with this bot command, but I mean, there you go. It's too late now. How long does the game usually take? Depends. For this, the time control for this game is 20 minutes each, so up to 40 minutes. Usually, game takes around like, I don't know, half an hour or something like that. Yeah, 45 minutes like super max, but we'll see. Right now, we've both used 5 minutes of our time, so we're gonna see how this goes. Wow, this Lexi guy sounds very cool. Yeah, something like that. I've been hoisted by my own petard. So I'm not the kind of guy to fake a tornado to get the dev's attention. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty deep cut, Lexi. Lexi's referring to when I first was going to start streaming. I was like super excited and I had everything set up and I'd never streamed before, so it was a big deal. And then like a massive hurricane or some shit swept through the area and I lost power. Like a tree fell on our house and I lost power like the night that I was going to stream, and I was extremely sad. Okay, I think here is where we... Okay, now that he's taken so much time to do that, I really wanna play rook f1 before I break. He took forever to do that. Like, if he doesn't have a better move than this, I mean, is he preparing g4? I'm not too concerned. If I'm gonna break the turn after, right? No, I feel good about this. I think if that's the best he can come up with, then we're gonna load this rook onto the f file as well. But yeah, and then Lexi was nice enough, of course, after that to shout me out in his stream, which was already established, and say, hey, go check this guy out, which I appreciate. It all worked out in the end. It really did. Damn. Man, Seth and Kuga. You guys are too nice. I can't get over it. Okay, well, we knew that that was what was going to happen, so... But we're okay with this. We're okay with this. God damn it. if black knights move, you're in trouble, I think. When you say in trouble, what's being threatened here? Was he going to take my common king? I mean, he can take the pawn. It's not ideal, but it's not like I'm lost. Where does this knight go from here? Am I missing something? Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, hold on. We gotta do some calculations. Okay, hold up. What's going on here? Well, it's not lost on me that the only thing defending my common king is that pawn, and I don't want to open up the file, but at the same time, I mean, I got pretty good coverage on this file. Is that the only thing I have to worry about? Am I gonna get the fruits of my labor on this file here before he really messes me up? So if push takes, oh, I guess I'm not covering this square with doubly anymore. Is this actually a concern? I mean, every time that I don't take a threat like this seriously, it ends up being bad news bears. So maybe I should take this seriously. Okay, so if I do the slower move of king here and then knight takes and then rook up, the knight is trapped. So I got that going for me, which is nice. It just feels so bad because, well, first of all, I moved this rook here in the first place to cover this file. But I mean, I don't want to deal too much with opening up the file here, because I feel like he can probably find a way to make this GG. I need to be so careful here. Okay. Okay, I will concede. You win this one, Andre. If takes, I guess rook just immediately kick it. And then I've traded a pawn and possibly a common king for a knight, which isn't like the craziest deal in the world. I'm not positive what the right play is here. I don't know how seriously I should have taken this. I do feel like every time I set up a big pawn break in this game, usually it works when my opponent just ignores it and goes for mate. I've lost so many games to Lexi like that. And he always says the same thing. He always says, yeah, I like the pawn break idea, but I lose. So, but we'll see. I'm not sure here. I think it's a really complicated position, and I don't see any tactics that really like jump out at me. I mean, I'm also threatening this exchange here. Like, it's not like he just gets free pressure. Like, I'd trade this Common King for this knight probably any day. I think that's good, right? Okay, so he actually does take. Interesting. That's super interesting. I think advancing the Common King might be the play here. But is there any trouble with, like, maybe it's Common King. Maybe he can, like, I don't know. Okay, so what are options? Take the knight, take the pawn, or do something else. Well, if here and here, then here attacks this bishop and this pawn, so he has to retreat. My rook's in an awkward spot. If here then takes, doesn't feel like too big a deal. Although he really has, like, ripped open my structure. How do I suddenly feel like I'm not in great shape? Maybe the solution is just takes with the knight? Threaten to trade the bishop? I spent way too much time on that move, and this is the move that I thought about the least, but it's the one that I'm going with. Because I'm nervous. It's turning out to be a good game, but I've been very thrown off. I've been excessively thrown off by the generosity of Kuga and Seth and Dave. You guys are too nice. Grocha's not even in here, is he? I just checked my chat. I don't think Grocha's actually in here. 500 IQ tactics. I was paid off. I should have known. I should have known that Andre knew. He was like, free ladder points for grabs. All I got to do is anticipate that Sumet will stream and ladder on a, what's today? Like a Wednesday night? I never stream on Wednesdays. Walter's probably half the people here. That's pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I know most of the other people here. Is Quitter in here too? Mew Mew V hi. Is Mew Mew V Walter? Now I'm gonna be paranoid that everyone in my chat is Walter. What have you done? Just random that came in. Welcome, random. How's it going? Okay. Need to focus. I think this is probably good for me. Hold on. Should I be scared if he rotates this? Kind of want to take this and push. I think I want to take this and push. Where's this knight going? This knight's trapped. All right, we're going to take this and push. Take with check. He recaptures. We push the common king. His knight's actually trapped. We open up the diagonal, but he doesn't have a light square bishop. And it's reverse royalty, so... I mean... Oh, shit! He can take with the... Okay. He can take with the king, and it frees up his... Oh, my brain. Okay. GG. Okay. We're going to do this anyway, because it kicks his knight. It kicks his knight back to in front of his queen. We gain space. I think this is good for us. Let's see. Okay. Mimi V says, okay, so what even is this game? Saw on YouTube, but I'm confused. This is 5D chess with multiverse time travel. And... And if you check out my YouTube, yes, there is more delicious 5D chess content. But if you go to the 5D Discord, which my faithful mod Lexi here, I'm sure will happily link in the chat. Okay, yeah, I don't have the command set up yet. You know what, Lexi? I'll set up the command in my chat bot. Okay. Fucking everyone's a critic, dude. Okay. Exclamation mark Discord. Make it a general command. Response. Okay. Join the 5D Discord. I'm not selling it super well, but, you know, I'll flesh it out a little bit in the future. Make sure to give the permanent link, not this one. Wait, give me the permanent link real quick. What's happening? Who are you playing, Alex Bay 218? I'm playing Andre right now. This is a reverse royalty match. What's the permanent link? Lexi, please. Well, the command worked. My faithfully subscribed chatbot. Let's put the link into the chat. Tourney? No, this isn't tourney. This is actually just ladder. Mew Mew V asks, what does reverse royalty mean? So reverse royalty is a game mode where the piece that you are attempting to checkmate is the queen, and the king is just a regular piece that moves around and can be captured and can capture pieces like any other piece. So the royal pieces are reversed. So they move in the same way, but the piece which can't be threatened and captured, otherwise the game is over, is the queen instead of the queen. This guy instead of this guy. I should probably move this over like this. There we go. So the queen is the critical piece, not the king. This should be permanent. Okay. Wait, is this... Can someone make sure that Lexi hasn't trolled me with this link? That it doesn't lead to some... It doesn't redirect to some, like, terrible... I won't get TOS'd. Okay. Should be good now. The chatbot should be updated. Oh, no. This is what I was hoping would not happen. Is this a threat? The knight is covering a2. Is rook c1 necessary? Should I actually respect whatever's being threatened here? That's such a good question. Man, I really... Oh, I just want this pawn out of the way so I can... Okay. I've moved this rook. I should probably make use of it in some way. Where's this knight going? This knight is going here, which is covered by the knight, or it's going here, which is covered by nothing. And if it goes here, then probably it's going to be a pain in my ass. Is it worth lifting the rook? Oh, is he going to time travel back to this turn with a knight here? That would be slightly frustrating. So I think I actually defend the bishop instead of the pawn. I think rook b won't. Yes. Yeah. I think rook b1, so that if knight goes back one turn to here, we're going to go here. That way he doesn't set up this awkward situation where he's got a knight here and a knight here, and it's sort of disastrous. I think I'm happy with this play. Now, if he chooses to... Oh, no. Oh. He's a trickster. How did I miss that? Guys, how did I miss that? I should have just taken. Why didn't I just... Wait, why didn't I just take with the king? Why did I respect his threat so much? It was so unnecessary. Oh no, guys. This is GG. It's over, I lose. I have lost the game. Because I can't time travel. Because he's putting my queen on this board in threat. In check. And also this one. Okay, so what's going to happen if there are people in chat who don't see what's going on? This knight is currently attacking my queen, which is the piece that it has to... My queen on this board. Which is the piece that it has to capture. Because it's reverse royalty. If I take with this pawn, he will recapture with his knight in such a crazy straightforward way. And it will checkmate my queen in exactly the same way that this knight is currently attempting to checkmate my queen. The only difference being that I don't have a second piece that I can recapture with. And since I can't time travel, I can't do anything about this. So this game is GG. Feels pretty bad. Feels pretty bad. Me movie, well, IGTG to bed, sadly. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Okay, I mean, there's nothing that I can do here. This is like literally only legal move. And so he's going to capture, and then we are going to lose the game. You lose will appear in the corner. Here it has. Okay, GG, Andre. GG. I don't know why. I don't know why after this move I didn't... Because it's actually really not a big deal. Actually, if he captures this in the past, it's not even... Look, the move that I was afraid of doesn't even make sense. Guys, I'm going to explain to you why I'm terrible at this game. Hoping that you stick around and continue to watch afterward. Okay, so the issue is this. If he had gone back in time to capture my, like, one turn into the past, which is the only way that this knight can recapture this bishop, is one turn into the past, because it moves 2 spatially, and so it has to move 1 temporally, right? So then this bishop on this timeline would be able to recapture on the new timeline the knight that has just captured the bishop on that timeline. This bishop protects itself on that timeline. So it's not even a big deal. Like, the move that I was afraid of, I mean, I wanted to eliminate both of his rooks. I really wanted to kick this rook out or exchange it for my common king, because it's basically the only way that he can realistically generate threats on this board. So I moved my common king forward, and then he played this move, and I got spooked when I really shouldn't have gotten spooked. I definitely should have just, in response to this move, recaptured this guy like immediately, and that would have been so much better. Oh, guys, I got into my own head. Okay, it happens. GG. GG Andre. Andre's really, you know, he's cashing in on that elo tonight. Okay, Rep L, Andre. Let's ask for a rematch. Andre, GG, rematch with switched colors. Guys, this is a learning experience for all of us. I'm going to be putting this in the background while working on Operation Astron. Dude, go for it. I'm always down to be background music. Ambiance. I mean, there's also actual background music. It's pretty chill. Man, I wish that I could reset up this board to show you guys what I mean, but really this was not something to be worried about, and I don't know why I did. Maybe I can show this. Let's see. Is there like an easy way to set this up? Let's see. Okay, so the thing that I'm talking about is this. Let's do a local match just on standard. Okay, so we're going to move out my bishop to a square where it can be captured backward in time by this knight. Okay, I need to make just a passing move and then anything. Okay, so this knight cannot capture, I mean, pretend that it was in the location on the board that it was in last game, right? This knight cannot go back in time and recapture this bishop without getting recaptured itself by the same bishop. If you move back one turn into the past to capture your opponent's bishop or pawn, then that same piece that you just moved back in time to capture will be able to recapture. This is what I'm talking about. Check Discord DMs? Okay, I will. All right. Like Lexi is pulled up. Let's see. Hopefully I'm not... Is there a way that I can not like dox my DMs by... Okay, let's open the original and pull this up on stream. All right. Lexi has posted this image and said, "This is me explaining why I'm bad at the game." For you Always Sunny fans. And he's not wrong. That's exactly what's happened. Where did he even come up in the game? Well, the fact that Andre is saying this is actually really frustrating because apparently he wasn't even worried about it. But anyway, ignoring that, the point is this. If he moves back in time one turn to capture this bishop, then this bishop can recapture the piece that just captured itself in the past. Simple, right? Only if the new timeline is adjacent, you're actually... yes, absolutely correct, Alex Bay. So it's... if this is true, if there's no timeline that already exists that's between this timeline and the new timeline. So like it has to be on the uppermost... It has to be on the uppermost timeline from you, and they go back into the past, and it creates a timeline just above that timeline. Okay, so yes, rematch. Let's go. Let's check the Discord. Andre figured out why he couldn't fall asleep last night. He was... he says, my organism was anticipating this stream probably. So let's do a rematch. I'm just going to say yeah. Yes. I agree. That's probably what happened. While I was grading some works last semester and one dude put this picture into his file. That's really funny. Wait, are you actually unaware where that came up, Andre? Because that's super frustrating if it's true. Because in that case, if I just took the knight that I was threatening with my common king, like what was your play? I thought that was like something that maybe you were trying to go for, and then like you open up the diagonal with your fianchetto bishop, and then it gets dicey. I mean, I do tend to defeat myself by coming up with moves for my opponents that they haven't necessarily come up with themselves. This is a famous, like, congratulations, you played yourself situation, which I find myself in very often. If you haven't yeeted a knight into a bishop or pawn one move back, are you even living 5D chess? We've all done it. You learn by doing, right? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. GG. Oh, wait, I need to copy this because he's not in chat, even though he's posting in chat. I don't understand his Russian internet situation, but guys, let's try not to blunder mate. Let's try not to blunder mate into this game. This is our goal. Okay, like any game, knight c6 is what's going to happen. It's funny because I literally did this in our first game and you saw the recapture, and here we are half a year later. It's true. If you go to Lexi's YouTube channel, I think that one is youtube.com/sexylexi. Got a hair in my mouth. Sorry about that. Whoa. I see, yes. This is like a weird English situation. I don't know how to answer this. We're going to answer this like this. I'm not positive I know what's happening right now. Okay. We're going to do one of these situations. We're going to frappuccino that bishop immediately to defend the squares that this knight is attacking. Top tier frappuccino. They can just check your vids. I literally commented on every single one, I think. Unlike some other friends. All right, there's a bit of a difference. I've got like 4 videos on my YouTube channel, and you've got maybe like, I don't know, 200? You were posting like every day the entire time I was no longer playing 5D chess very often. But if we're keeping score, duly noted, I'll be better about that. It's my bad. I fucked up. I'm willing to admit that. What I'm not willing to do is wrap my head around what the hell is happening in this game. I want to get my king into this game. I think I'm happy trading these pawns. And if advances... Good question. What do I do if he advances? If push up and advances, then I feel like this pawn might become a liability for him. Maybe I should just figure that out on my next turn. Right, okay. Advances, as I suspected. Let's think. Maybe I just play it like this. Maybe this is just how it be. I don't know why I really want to get my... not pushing this pawn is probably... If I push this pawn, then this move is redundant, pretty much. And if I don't push this pawn, then my knight is trapped, unless I want it on this outpost here. But then he just kicks it, so it's not like the best spot for it. Okay. Actually, I can take this opportunity to... Of course, everyone will tell you in 2D chess theory, you want your knights on the edge. Edge of the board, famously the best place for your knights. Is it worth sacking my common king here for the center, for center control? Maybe, right? I mean, I want to be careful here because I can't. Like, common king out, takes, and then fork. So that's no bueno. Maybe knight here is the actual play. All right, knight here is going to be the play. We're just going to do it. I don't know where it's going yet, but I don't know. I actually have kind of good feelings about this. Sacking the common king for center control. I see. Touche. So he's willing to sack his knight to open up. He's willing to sack his knight to open up my D file. I mean, that's not great, if I'm honest. This isn't a fantastic situation. Actually, is it such a big deal? If I just push here and takes, that's really terrible. That is a big deal. I don't want to do that. How do I keep getting myself into these situations? 100 is really good. If you play King E6, I'm unsubscribing. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, not that you're subscribed anyway, Lexi. Empty threats over there. Giving up the pawn feels pretty bad. Is there any way that I can capitalize on the fact that his diagonal has been open for years? Maybe there's just a really obvious play here that I can't figure out. Maybe this is just how we develop our bishop. Maybe this is just all that happens. Best move, Pog? Hope that's true. I'm joking, I also trolled you in half of them. I mean, it's engagement, right? Any press is good press. Animated Virtue says king worth 3.5 points versus the knight's 3, but calculating the complexity of knights moving in 5D, I bet it's worth more. I don't know how many points the king is worth. I haven't decided. I think it's too soon to say in this game mode. It's really hard to tell. Lexi threatens to unsubscribe threatens to subscribe just to unsubscribe. Thanks. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the support. With all these subs, I actually need to come up with emotes now. Shit. I had to figure that out. Dave, of course, has recommended some incredibly creative emotes. What do we have? We have 5D head. We have Pawn Champ. We've got one. We've got another one. Check W. Yeah, that's a good one. You're not allowed to make emotes that are like too similar to the global emotes, but better TTV is like totally outside of that jurisdiction. So check W is on the table. Do check W with the Keck W, but the red exclam. Do you mean like have the Keck W face, but it's like not the dude's face, it's like the exclamation point, but it's his expression? That's not terrible. That's actually really good. And the red exclam top right? Oh, I thought you meant like his face is somehow like the red exclam. That's a really good idea. All right, we're gonna write that down. Shit. Okay, what's happened? Whoa, not what I expected to happen. What? I mean, okay. Obviously what's happened is if I trade here, do the exchange, then I can't. Rook no longer has this out, or my knight no longer has this outpost, right? But is it bad to push d6 here? Just take this move off the table. We're doing it. It's happened. Okay. D6. Are we safe here? Well, where's this knight going? This knight is going places that I can't really do anything about this. If takes takes, man, this is rough. I'm just really good at this, dude. How's this happened? Man, this is brutal. I'm looking at where this knight is headed. What if I just add an attacker? Is this fine? Probably shouldn't have shown him that move that early. I could have just not done that. If I had an attacker, what does he do? He can't kick this knight. And then I can kick his bishop. Am I wrong, chat? He brings this knight in. I mean, at least then I can, like, push the pawn or something. We're going to do this. We're going to add an attacker. When in doubt, add an attacker. If knight, I guess just... Wait, where's this knight going from here? I mean, here isn't ideal. I'll be the first to admit. If knight, what do we do? Do we push the pawn? No, because then he can time travel to here, where then takes. No, that's fine, right? If... Oh my god, Andre's got me sweating, dude. What does chat say? Good night, all. Have a good game. Thanks, Animated Virtue. Thanks for hanging out. Lexi's out too. Thanks for streaming after I specifically asked you. You did, Lexi. It's true. Lexi came into the DMs. He said 5D stonks are up. You got to get in on this. And so now we're live. The rest is history. Thanks for the YouTube shout out as well. I appreciate it. Okay, guys. Boys. I don't know what the gender breakdown of my audience is, so I mean that in like a gender neutral catch-all way. Comrades. Well, my opponent's Russian, so I can't really say that either. Colleagues. We are not. These are the crucial turns. Will we go 0-4 against Andre? I think it's the fourth game we've played in a row. Or will we pull out? Can I now not just trade? If takes, now what? Oh, he's got a bishop defending. But it doesn't matter. Right? If... Can I not take with... Maybe I have to take with... Okay, if takes, then let's say like takes, but both of those actually defend this, so it doesn't. We're just going to take. We're going to do it. We're doing it live. I hope I haven't miscalculated horribly. I think we should be okay here. Also, he's removed one of the defenders of this knight. I really don't know who's better here. He's got such a scary attack that he's building up. Man, this knight really is super useless, eh? At least it's free to move to this square now. Could be worse. This knight is chilling. He's having a good time. Ooh. That's interesting. Really? I mean, if takes, I've got the bishop here. Does mean I can't threaten the. This knight is protected by the bishop. My frappuccinoed bishop. So what's the idea? More importantly, how do I capitalize on this tempo that he's basically provided me with a free tempi? I probably need to kick this knight. It's going to be a thorn in my side forever. That being said, can't really do it with this king because I can't get to it without blocking this bishop. So how do I play on my queen side? Opening up my queen side is a scary proposition, yes. But okay, defending this piece with another piece. Oh, actually, I think I found the trick. I found the secret move. Okay, we're gonna play this. I'm gonna play this because it gives my common king a nice spot here to trade against one of his pieces, forcing a trade in the middle. Oh, he took. We're gonna recapture immediately, obviously. Okay. Do I lose in this series of trades? Do I really? After this check, do I not have anywhere to go? Because the other reason that I wanted to push this pawn is that it doesn't give this knight anywhere to go. We're going to recapture. He's going to recapture. Oh, it forks the bishop. Dude, of course it forks the bishop. Now we're down a piece. Not ideal. Not ideal. It forks the bishop. Is there any way that we can capitalize? Dude, it forks the bishop. Andre, you're so... How did I not see this? That was so silly of me. Like the mattress company. Okay. All right. I don't see any way that we can get out of this. Super obviously. Well, maybe Jurassic Queen, but that's pretty dangerous in this game mode. So now we're down a full piece, which is bad. And we're down an exchange. We're down a pawn for a common king. So we're kind of down two pieces. Which is really bad. Question is it... Oh, I didn't move that bishop forever. So I probably shouldn't have even moved my queen there. This is a bit of an issue. All right. Good news is he doesn't have any bishops. So maybe we can capitalize on that. But we got to think real hard. If we want to do something like that. Okay, I could, this diagonal has been open for many, many, many turns. So I could set up a situation where I block here. I'd have to block here and then move. No, it doesn't even work. Okay. We're going to have to play for a cheese win here. I'm not confident. Yes, I am down 2 pieces. Thank you, Kieran, for settling the score there. Check Discord for a 5-head emote 5-head, or a 5D head emote 5-head. Where to check Discord? What have you done? This abomination. Okay. All right, chat. Whoever's here, what do you think of this 5D head emote? From Dave Gone Wild. Of course, VIP in my chat. Everyone knows Dave. Opinions? There's some weird 5D like swirl action going on up here. So I kind of like it. It's got potential. It's got promise. I'm not going to say it's beautiful because it's absolutely terrifying. But it's a candidate for sure. Thank you for your... Fuck! That's exactly what I was hoping he would not do. But that sucks. No! Andre! Why are you so smart? Fuck. He knew, dude. He knew exactly what was going to happen. Okay, we have to do this break anyway. I need to free my knight. Oh my goodness. Can't believe I've done this. I'm so behind. Beautifully terrifying. Paid off again. Distraction tactics. Oh my god. Actually, highest win rate tonight is not Andre. It is Dave himself. Vabu has successfully caused the greatest number of victories for my opponents today, being all of them. How do I win now that this diagonal no longer exists? Well, actually, if I had spent moves repositioning my queen in such a way that maybe I could get there on time. Sir. Am I crazy? What? Why? Wait, where's my queen? Where are my diagonals? Do I have open diagonals? My queen was on a dark square back there, but it's been so many turns. What? Why is he giving me this piece? Am I missing something? Why is he giving me back a piece? I mean, I'm sure that, well, it's not like I probably have any better chance with like not taking a piece. But this knight's pretty stuck. Yeah, it's not in a great spot. Truth be told. This is still the saddest night of all time. I definitely want to defend that knight. I'm no longer defending all of the squares that this knight has access to. Which is kind of lame. I need to reposition this knight so badly. I'm opening up my queen so hard. By doing this. But I think connecting my rooks is the better play here. It doesn't open up any new diagonals. Man, Andre's really good. I gotta watch the time too. I'm down 5 minutes. Oh, is there something here? There's no way that time traveling isn't like a much more dangerous move than not. Wait, what square am I on? Wait, I can go back so far. Has Andre fucked it? Okay, so I'm on check on all of these boards, obviously. So very well done, Andre. But man, that's an incredibly ballsy move. Because I can just go here. Okay, here I'm in check, so it doesn't work. Maybe I can't go there. Maybe the math works out. But crucially, he can't play a move. I wish I wasn't in check on this board. If I Jurassic Queen to this board, then like oh no, I always mess this up. It's two above. It's like 2 squares above where it needs to be. But it's like my only legal move, basically. Yeah, this, of course, means that I'm still in check up there, so it doesn't work. This, I mean, I would be in check directly. But here, I mean, I guess he can put me in check. Oh, if here... No, it gives him this check, which really messes me up. So I need to go even further into the past. How far back can I go? Oh no! That square is in check on all those boards, so this is the only place that I can go. Or, where was I looking? Here. Is there any difference between going here and going here? I'm also really low on time. So if takes check, then I can go here. Oh no, I can't because this knight is covering. Oh, that really stinks. Oh man, okay. Well, I mean, I don't want to lose on time. I also have timeline priority, crucially. Can't forget. I also have 2 moves to set this up. Where are the squares that I could take it from? Well, this square. But I could also get my bishop to take it, crucially. All right. Wait. Do I want to give him... the extra turn? What's the difference here? Oh, wait, that's exactly the board that I want to go to. This is exactly the board that I want to go back to. I don't want to go back to this board. I want to go back to this board because I still have a knight that can defend. Fam, look at this. I was talking about how this queen here can take this queen here, and we have the perfect number of moves from this square to this square to this square. It attacks him even if he delivers the check here. We still have, like, he is on check on his turn here, so delivering the check isn't quick enough. Let me just show you. On the triagonal. Guys, I knew that Andre time traveling there was the biggest misplay. And I was afraid that there was no position in which we could take advantage of it, because I was looking at traveling to this board. But traveling to this board means that, I mean, it speaks for itself. I don't know how we got out of this game alive. But it does really go to show that in reverse royalty, like, time traveling is just such an insane liability, especially as aggressively as this. This is just like insanity. I'm so glad that we found it. Oh my god. Oh my god, we did it. Let's get some Pog U's in chat. Holy, he was up so much here. All he had to do was play it out to an endgame. And then he gave up the piece so that he could get the time travel, but... Oh. Well, we did it. What's funny is, Andre's got so much more elo than I do, that the amount of elo that this one win will give me, it's probably greater than the amount that I lost to him in the previous 3 losses, because I haven't played on the ladder for so long. Oh my god. GG. Could not resist the temptation to do that. Andre, I can't blame you. I mean, that's the chattest move I've ever witnessed. Rep W, Andre. Wow. Okay, yeah, I think I lost 12 points. No, I lost 9. I lost 14 points the first 3 games, and then I gained 21. So net 7 elo gain. The long con. Andre's here already. Wow. Andre, I was so terrified that entire game. You're just so good at putting together those attacks. Like, without wasting any time. It's so good. I wish that Lexi hadn't left already, because I really want to know how, like, what the proper way to prevent all of this from happening was. But holy shit. GG. I started with 1699, now 1696. Yeah, that makes sense, because I gained net 7 elo, and there's +1 elo inflation for every win. So it makes sense that you, like, lost net 7, but then gained 3 or 4 back. Whatever, it works out. The math works. Holy shit, that game was absolutely nuts. Wow. I mean, do we end the stream on that game? How long have I been live? 4 hours? That's probably enough for tonight. This is probably a good game to end on. Wow. That was really something. I don't know how I can top that. I was so confused about what you were setting up. I just could not comprehend the possibility that you were going for, like, a queen travel like that in reverse royalty. It almost works. Like, the only reason it doesn't work is that I moved my queen to exactly that spot the previous turn so that I could Jurassic Queen. I mean, granted, there's, like, nowhere else that I would you know, realistically probably move it. But wow. All right, I think we call it a night there, boys. Oh my god. What a stream. I gained like 11 or 12 subs. So that was cool, up from 0. This happened. And like 1 million new people checked out 5D chess today. So this was a good stream. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're gonna raid someone else. I mean, you guys don't have to stick around for long after the raid, but it's just good to, you know, it's just good to keep the love going, to use our subs, our viewers wisely. There's one other Twitch channel playing this game. All right, it would be super chill of you guys if you said hi to this man and encouraged him before leaving for the night. I mean, if you want to stick around, that'd be perfect. Sir Ahal, man, I just tuned in. Well, you missed a crazy fucking game. I'll tell you what. Is it Berserker? I don't think... No, it's not. Unless he's changed ethnicity and username. I don't think it's Berserker. No. Are you gonna use your sub influence to help Tristan? No, he's not streaming 5D chess right now. But we're just gonna raid. Sarah Hull, if you want more 5-stream content, you can catch my stream anytime by giving me a follow. I usually stream on Saturdays, and it's always 5D chess. So check this shit out. Who is Berserker? Entree. This is... I'll have to tell you later, man. Sarah Hull, thank you for following. Hopefully see a family friend. That's as good an answer as any. All right. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and raid this fine gentleman. Say hello to him. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you so much for the support, especially all my friends who gifted a bunch of subs. You guys are too nice. You didn't have to do that. But see you guys later. I'll be on Saturday, so catch the stream then.